What if the season you are in right now, the one that feels confusing, the one where everything seems to be falling apart, is not punishment? What if the doors closing around you, the friendships fading, the financial pressure tightening around your life are not signs that God has abandoned you, but signs that He is preparing you for something far greater than you imagined? Because throughout history, before God raised the person into influence, He first dismantled the life they were comfortable with.
One of the most dangerous mistakes people make during difficult seasons is assuming that struggle means failure. They believe that if life becomes unstable, if their finances become uncertain, if their plans collapse, then God must be disappointed in them. But the truth is far deeper. Many times, the collapse you are experiencing is not destruction, it is divine pruning. Just like a tree must be cut back before it can grow stronger, God sometimes removes the structures in your life that were never meant to support your next level.
The first hidden sign that God may be preparing you for a greater assignment is the sudden collapse of your comfort zone. The career path that once felt secure suddenly becomes unstable. The business model that worked for years stops producing results. The financial system you trusted begins to shake, and it feels terrifying. Because human nature wants stability. We want the predictable paycheck, the familiar routine, the environment we can control. But sometimes, God allows the old structure to collapse because the person you are becoming can no longer grow inside it. The comfort that once protected you can eventually start limiting you. And before God builds something greater, He clears the ground.
The second hidden sign is something far more uncomfortable. It is the pressure on your character. Suddenly, situations begin testing your integrity. You are offered shortcuts that could solve your financial problems instantly, but they require you to compromise your values. You are placed in environments where honesty becomes costly. You are forced to choose between convenience and conviction, and the pressure feels intense. But this pressure has a purpose, because influence without character is dangerous. Authority without discipline destroys lives. Before God increases your influence, He strengthens your foundation. The weight you feel right now may be the weight of your future responsibility. The third hidden sign is the season many people misunderstand the most: isolation. Friends become distant. Conversations feel shallow. The places where you once felt connected begin to feel unfamiliar. And you start wondering, why does it feel like I'm walking alone? But sometimes isolation is not rejection. Sometimes it is protection. Because if your vision is surrounded by too many voices, it becomes impossible to hear the one voice that matters most. In seasons of preparation, God often separates you from noise, not to punish you, but to sharpen your focus. Great clarity is rarely discovered in crowded rooms. It is discovered in quiet places. The fourth sign often appears as resistance from systems and institutions. Your ideas face opposition. Your applications are rejected. Your progress seems blocked by policies, bureaucracy, or unexpected regulations. And the frustration can feel overwhelming. But resistance builds strength. Every obstacle forces you to develop patience, strategy, and resilience. It teaches you to lead under pressure, because leadership is not proven when everything is easy. Leadership is proven when the path forward is difficult. The resistance you face today may be the training ground for the responsibilities waiting for you tomorrow. Then, something remarkable begins to happen.
your perspective starts to change. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin asking, "What is this season preparing me for?" Fear slowly loses its grip. External chaos no longer controls your internal peace. You stop chasing quick relief and start pursuing wisdom. And in that moment, alignment begins. Because when your character finally matches your calling, the acceleration can happen faster than anyone expects.
So, if your life feels unstable right now, if doors have closed, if your comfort zone has collapsed, if isolation has surrounded you, do not rush to assume that God has abandoned your future. Because sometimes, the season that feels like everything is falling apart is the very season where God is quietly building the foundation of your throne. And when the preparation is complete, the breakthrough will come. Not slowly, but suddenly.
If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who may be walking through a difficult season right now. Because sometimes one message of hope can change the direction of someone's life.